how you doing? My name's Christine, and I'm working on my second book. This past week, I've been on a social media blackout to see how that helps my writing process. Let's talk about it. I have so many thoughts about this. I've now been off of social media for a week and 3 days, and it has made such a huge difference in my overall psyche, mental health. It's unbelievable. Literally, like the day after I got off of socials, I fell into a groove with my writing in a way that I haven't been able to in so long. And it's been so nice to feel I can get into my characters' heads again. I am doing NaNoWriMo for October. My goal is to get 50,000 words at the end of October, and I started at 19,000. I was chugging along very slowly until I finally made this change and have found a groove. Because I hadn't felt this groove, everything before, and I told you this in the last video, I was harping on my first 19,000 words and I kept going back. But this time, when I finally felt like I was in my characters' heads full on, I had to go back. Like, I felt like I had to start from the beginning and feel good about it because I wasn't feeling good about it. And now I am. And now I am at 26,537 words, which puts me just below the word count goal for October 16th, and today is October 15th. I'm almost a day ahead. I'm gonna write some more tonight because it's only like 4 o'clock on the 15th. So I'm on track. I have put the NaNoWriMo calendar with a quote from John Green as my desktop background. What I realized, so I've been dealing with so much anxiety this past year to an extent that I've never experienced it before. To an extent that when I got my physical this year, my doctor told me that I should find a therapist, and I have been going to therapy, and it's been a whole experience. I'm slowly, working through it. But what I found I've been doing to cope with my anxiety, to help me like get out of anxiety brain and spirals, is listening to podcasts. And it got to this extreme where I had something on in any silent moment. I was just trying to distract myself so I wouldn't be feeling this anxiety, because I've been feeling it like 24/7 these past couple of months. And when you take away the silence, and whenever you have your phone in your hand, you're scrolling to distract yourself, you take away your ability to get into your story. And I didn't realize I was doing it until I cut myself off from socials. I also cut myself off from podcasts for the week, and it has made the world of difference. I mean, when there's so many other voices in your head, how are you supposed to concentrate on the voices you've created? So I have turned a new leaf, and I do have to use social media as part of my job. I have to self-market myself because I am a YouTube person, and so I can't cut that out of my life. And even as an author, like, you have to have a social media presence. I am going to be working to find a healthy balance there as I write book 2. Since you saw me last, I got a laptop decal. It's Ravenclaw, and for some reason I ordered one for a 2015 MacBook Pro, and I went to put it on, and it was too big for my 15-inch MacBook Pro from 2018. What was last year? 2018. So I was cutting it haphazardly as I was sticking it on, and I really forked things up. Oh, maybe you can't really see. Oh yeah, you could see it. I forked things up everywhere except for this one nice corner. It's really sad because it looks kind of shitty. I need to like find stickers to put along all of the edges. I love the design. I love the Ravenclaw design. I'm finally writing every day. I finally feel like I have someone telling me there's a deadline because of this NaNoWriMo schedule. Like, I'm not gonna lie, these past 2 days, since I had already hit 25K, and I knew 25K was the 15th day of the month mark, and it wasn't the 15th yet, I was like, I'm ahead of the game. I can marathon Breaking Bad, and it'll be fine. Because I've been rewatching Breaking Bad in order to watch El Camino, and El Camino came out on Friday, so I still haven't been able to watch it because I'm waiting till I'm done with my rewatch. And now I'm on season 5, episode 4, and I'm almost there. And yesterday I was like, I'm ahead, so why not get ahead with Breaking Bad? So I let myself do that. But then I came back to writing at 1 a.m. when I was about to go to sleep. I was like, wait, I hear voices. Let's get them down, because you gotta jump in when you have the inspiration. Now, how did I stay off of socials for a whole week? Because I'm an addict. I mean, most of us, I think, are social media addicts nowadays. I just literally, I'll turn on my computer and I'll be on Twitter. And I'm like, how did I even get here? I'll be sitting next to my boyfriend and we'll be like waiting for me to pull up a movie, and I'll open my computer, and 5 minutes later I'll be like, oh, sorry, I don't know why I'm on Twitter. Like, why did I even come here? Twitter is a problem. It is the #1 procrastination procrastination tool that exists. And I don't know if you've noticed this month, I've had a lot of tweets. I don't usually tweet that much, but because I've been trying to write more this month, I've been tweeting more, and that's just, it's a problem. The things my brain will do to procrastinate, the things I did before going on the social media break. I went to write my book one day and went on Twitter, and I was like, oh, you're procrastinating on Twitter. And then my brain had an idea for a sketch, so that I sat down for like half an hour and wrote a comedy sketch. Irrelevant, completely irrelevant. Didn't put any more words on the book, but I wrote a comedy sketch because, you know, why not? That's what happens. My brain's like, let's do whatever we can to slow down this process. I found this app, this Chrome extension called Stay Focused. I'm sure there's a million other ones. You can input an amount of time you're allowed to go on certain websites every day, and I have a 10-minute allowance for Twitter and Facebook, so that after 10 minutes, and it counts down if I'm on either site, it just says, shouldn't you be working right now? I should. And then I get kicked off and have to go write. And it's been working really well. On my phone, I just deleted Instagram and Twitter. Like, I deleted it off the phone, not just off the desktop, off my phone. And yes, I have installed them like 50 times this week and deleted them again. But it's hard to do that. It takes time. And yes, now I know all my passwords really well because I have to keep putting them in. But it has been super helpful. Once you do that, your phone is just like a phone again. That's all it does. And it's also a computer to Google. If you have a Pixel, I don't know if all droids do this, but if you swipe to the left, it puts together a bunch of articles and random news that it thinks you'd be interested in. So without Twitter and without Instagram, this has been my main source of procrastination and news, because I don't know what's going on at all. Because I that's where I get all my news, is through social media, because that's where you see everything piling up. So I'll find myself constantly like scrolling to the side and being like, Google, what do you think will interest me today? There's a lot of stories about Taylor Swift that come up. It knows I love her. It's been telling me about NaNoWriMo. Like, signing up for NaNoWriMo, here's why it works. I mean, this phone is creepily accurate to my interests. Oh, and my calendar. I spend a lot of time looking at my calendar now when I'm on my phone. I'm like, what else should I add to this? How can I make my days more productive? I've had such a productive week. And like, not solely in writing, just in everything. Like, I've been accomplishing the tasks on my to-do list to an extent that I don't usually. But Instagram, yo, I'll be like, oh my God, I haven't posted anything on Instagram today. Oh my God, I don't know what anyone else is doing. I've been downloading it. The past 2 days, I haven't been as good. I've downloaded it maybe like 5 times in the past 2 days and deleted it because my sister's in a different country right now and she's posting all these cool travel pictures and I don't want to miss them because she doesn't post them to her feed because she curates it way too hard, and so I won't see any of her pictures if I don't download Instagram and stalk her stories. There's something about knowing what everyone's doing at every moment that makes your brain, I mean, at least my brain, makes my brain too crowded to focus on my own stuff. It's nice to be able to just live in your own life for more than 30 seconds, you know, because that's like, I feel like most of us check our phone almost every 30 seconds at times of the day where you're alone. And that's the time where you can really dig into your own thoughts and story and plot and all sorts of important stuff for writing. Just focusing on my own issues and on my own problems, and I love knowing what everyone's doing and I love seeing everyone's pictures, but I guess like it really tugs you in so many different ways because then I end up worrying about what everyone else is doing and wanting updates about what everyone else is doing, and I love that at times, but having it all the time from so many angles is really putting stress on my brain in a way that's inhibiting me from doing the work that I want to do and being creative in the ways that I want to be. So it's all about that balance, yo, and I gotta find it. There was this one time on like the 3rd day of social media blackout, just subconsciously I was looking for Instagram. I was like in my address book in the favorite section, just scrolling through the pictures of my favorite contacts, looking for Instagram, and I landed on John's face, and I was like, wait, Instagram's not here. There were weird moments when I finished Colleen Hoover's new book, and then I hadn't told anybody. And I was like, if I don't post a picture now, I'm gonna miss my chance because it's weird. I was gonna post stories I ate this month and where I talk about regretting you, but if I don't post the picture before I post a video, it's weird because I already finished it. So to post it randomly when I'm back on social media doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, I have to download Instagram. I have to post this picture now or else it feels irrelevant because it's not an Instagram and it's like, she already read it. Why is she posting it years later? I had to post again when I moderated for Marie Lu, which was my first time moderating for another author as an author myself. She was just so nice. Marie got a copy of Again But Better and had me sign it for her, which was so surreal. It was so cool and so different just because like I had a book, so people were asking me about my book and I was just like, this is so nice. Everyone's being so nice. Not that people aren't nice to me was like a booktuber moderator. But it's different because people there are readers and they're there for books. And so when they hear you're a booktuber, it's not like a lot of people are like, oh, tell me about your channel, you know, but people who Marie signed for were like, oh, I'm interested in your book. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's really cool. What? So writing. Is anyone else doing NaNoWriMo? I know I've discussed this before, but November is the worst month to do NaNoWriMo, in my opinion, at least for me. I guess like some people have chill Novembers, especially if you don't live in the United States. You don't have Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving's a whole ordeal for me. I fly back to New Jersey, and this year I'm flying back with John. Since I don't see my family that much, I don't like to go home and have to work all the time. I already have to do videos while I'm at home. So like having to write as well while John is there, while I'm supposed to be spending time with my family is a whole thing. And it's every November. And also I have YallFEST in November. I'm gonna be at YallFEST, you guys! And I'm doing the Y'all Crawl. I'm gonna be signing books as an author at the Y'all Crawl on Friday. I will be signing on the 8th at the Y'all Crawl in Charleston. There's details on the YallFEST website. And on the 9th, that Saturday, we're doing a BOOKSPLOSION panel, and that is always super fun. Love to see you guys there. Oh my gosh, I can finally talk to you guys about the translated editions of Again But Better that are coming. They're starting to have covers, which has been super exciting because they've been using the American cover with just different wording. So they like the American cover enough to not create their own covers, which I believe the Russian translation of Again But Better is coming out in November. I can't even try to pronounce this. It looks like Hayatabichi Chayana to me. And then my name looks impronounceable. I really want, if you're Russian, can you tell me how my name is pronounced in Russian? Because it looks like to me, and that's not it. So the Russian translation of the title is Start Over Again. I think they said that Again But Better doesn't make sense in Russian. Like the translation just doesn't translate. So it's titled Start Over Again there. I've also seen the Romanian cover. I don't know when it's coming out. Hopefully if you are in Romania, you can find a release date soon. The Romanian edition translates to a second chance. The second chance or a second chance? Because again, in Romanian, Again But Better doesn't translate right. It's like mind-boggling to see all the stuff that I know so well that's written on the American cover in a different language and just not be able to pronounce anything at all. There's also going to be a Polish edition. They sent me a few translation questions, and this really got me thinking. Like, I hadn't thought too much about the fact that Again But Better didn't translate into Romanian or Russian, but the questions I got from the Polish translator start the cogs turning. The first question was about YU. I don't know if you remember, but Shane goes to YU University. And they asked me if it was a certain university. Like, Novia University, it must be a YU University in New York. And I had to answer and be like, no, YU is actually a made-up university. It's a reference to a video I made back in 2012. It stands for U University. I don't know if you guys were around for that, but it's a little Easter egg, and there you go. I just told you about it. If you know what video it's from, please let me know that you know in the comments. Second question here. Could you elaborate on the meaning of the titles Romama and quote, Shining? And of course I had to answer, Romama is a lyric from the famous Lady Gaga song, Bad Romance. Shining is a reference to a lyric in a Taylor Swift song that I already referenced earlier in the book chapter titles, and it's referencing back to that reference. And I just, like, my book is full of references. And I'm just like, hold up. Depending on who translates it, like, you might not get these references about American pop culture. And so how are things going to be translated? How does Romama translate? I guess however you would say, however Lady Gaga says Romama in Polish. Or does it just stay Romama? Does music get translated? I don't know. But it probably doesn't get translated. So how do you translate it? There are so many jokes that are weird. How do you translate a joke? Like about Starbucks having taken a polyjuice potion and not actually being Starbucks. How do you translate random lyrics from the club? I don't know. I guess it'll rewrite it to make it make sense. I mean, you know what? Harry Potter's been translated into every language. So, you know what? There is a polyjuice potion word in other languages. So maybe it'll be fine. Maybe everything will be fine. But like, Things could be weird. At this point, I am trying as hard as I can to stay as social media free as possible. And of course, I'm working on my NaNoWriMo schedule. So hopefully everything stays going strong and steady. This weekend, I am going to Disneyland. Hopefully that day doesn't put me behind forever. Because a lot of times in NaNoWriMo, you fall one day behind and everything goes to shit. So I can't let that happen. It's not allowed. I am gonna stay strong. You can stay strong too. If you're writing right now, you got this. We'll stay strong together. My name's Christine. My debut novel is called Again But Better. It is out now. There's a link in the description if you're interested in getting it. And I am writing my second book and I'm on the first draft at 26,600 words. We're moving and grooving, dancing to the music.